Hello, I am Kodili-nye, Nwoye, the son of the wonderful. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, depending on your geographical location and your time zone. You're all welcome to a new brand new street vlogging, and we are going to be discussing. It's quite cold today, very cold morning, but we will soldier on. We'll keep on moving because that's what we have resolved to do. And remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to this channel. By so doing, you help us to move this channel to another level, which we are moving on to. So today we are here again to discuss. It's quite cold. You can see the fumes coming from my mouth. I think this is the coldest in this month. So recently, the senator representing the Anambra North, Nwoye, was critical of the Anambra State government on issue of local government. He was saying that, and some others, that the government wanted to monopolize local government funds because of the law made by the Anambra State House of Assembly concerning the local government administration, especially joint accounts. And the news was all over the place, and he was throwing all sink to the government, because these people normally come up on board once the election cycle is nearer. Especially, you can understand, Odem mana uno, but Adrom mana easy. So now is the time to look at some of the things he was talking about. Local government is the third arm of the government of federation, and recently the Supreme Court gave it autonomy, which is supposed to be having in the first place, to operate and to force the states to be having elections, because a lot of the state government were using transitional chairmen and chairwomen to run this important grassroots tier of government. And this has straightforward development on the grassroots. And many of the things the local government is supposed to be doing, the state has actually monopolized everything. All those shenanigans and mudsliding was going about left, right, and center. But now, the election was done in Anambra State on 28th of September. And the whole thing happened to be a landslide to the Abga government. You know how the elections in Nigeria are held, that once you're in power, whether you are doing good or not, you win everything. So because election in Nigeria is quite different from the rest of the world democracy, Nigerian election is modeled with intimidations, lack of transparency, and other things. So because of that, the opposition doesn't have a say, even when they bring the best. Most of the time, people might decide to vote for them, but when the result is announced, you'll be shocked. So, for Tony Nwoye, he should understand that his main job is in the federal level. And he has to ask himself, how many of those failed roads in his Anambra North that he has drawn the attention of the federal government. Even a lot of the promises he made there, he has not been able to fulfill any of them. So, 33 Road is a federal road, but he has not been able to attract the federal government to do justice to that, and many others. So, and because of his interest to be governorship candidate of Labour Party or one other party, that's why all those noise were coming out. So if he's actually making those much noise in where he's supposed to be making it, I think Anambra State will be better off. But because some of these people don't know where their role is and what they're supposed to be doing, and that's what has been causing all those heat in the polity. So the House of Assembly have absolute right to make laws on the local government, because what we want is a transparent local government. I know that some of the state governments may use the House of Assembly to completely stifle down or completely destroy the local government, but that has not happened in Anambra State. I know in the past some of these chairmen and chairwomen has completely failed. They embezzle most of the funds that's supposed to be used for the development of the local councils as their private funds, buying houses everywhere, buying beautiful cars, even marrying new wives and other things, giving thanksgiving in the churches and then the mosque. So which is that's created a lot of problems that have made the local government, instead of performing, were not performing. But for Anambra State, it's very, very important for us to be having the local government, because if you look at our streets, it's quite dirty. City roads, the environmental issue is a big problem, and some of the feeder roads in the villages, and a lot of things that the local government should be doing, the state has occupied on it. And you know, the state is like a far away the governor to be doing all those local things that need to be done. And the level of insecurity is also caused because it's very high, because the local government were not operational. Because if the local government is working, some of those riffraffs would have been dealt with by the way of government employing some of them and also neutralizing their activities with local intelligence and also with local jobs. So that's what would have been the order of the day. So to have some joint accounts or consolidated money keep aside for some projects should also help, because this will safeguard the past. In the past, some of the local government completely overspend, taking most of the money through corruption and other things. So with this law in Anambra State, we'll see how it goes before we comment more on that. But if it's about developing the hinterlands, the local economy, it's very, very good and fine. We don't need to criticize it. I know some people, we are criticizing everything. Not everything you criticize, because there are some other joint ventures the state government and the local government might decide to do, and the local government has to contribute some percentage to those projects. That's very, very important, and that's a way to manage the scarce resources. You know, that's very, very important. So I do believe that it is not a bad idea, but we have to wait until the whole thing start working and see how it goes, if it's beneficial to the state. Because what we want is a better state, a livable state, and a prosperous state. And anything that gears towards making it one should be supported by all. We shouldn't always criticize everything, but we should always wait and see how it goes before we now make comments. So that's what we are here for. So Tony Nwoye should actually devote himself in the federal level to attract federal authorities to a lot of problems and challenges happening in Anambra State. I think that's what he will devote his strength. Not every election cycle, you know, he come about to be making this type of noise. That's not good for him. That's not good for his electoral fortunes, because people already know that he's not really doing this thing because he definitely loves the state, but he's just doing it for his own selfish interest. And what we are talking about is very, very crucial, because if he has been performing in the federal level, I'm telling you what will happen is that when he come out, he will say, okay, this is what and what I've attracted, this is what I have done. People will not judge him on that. But if he allowed himself to get involved, leaving his own responsibility, that's a call for anarchy. And because you can only have one governor in the state, you know, you can't have two governors at the same time. Thank you very much for joining us. I need to hear your own opinion. What do you think about this? And please share, comment, and subscribe. I am still Kodili-nye, the son of wonderful. See you in the next one. Bye.